Well, for those of you who have been keeping track, I just finally acquired my Power Mac G5, and I thought it'd be a good time to upgrade my monitor. This is what I had. It was an Acer 19-inch LCD, pretty much the bottom of the barrel model. I bought it just to kind of make sure if I really wanted one or not, and I do. This is what I just picked up, an Apple 23-inch cinema display. Thing is absolutely gorgeous. Looking at the back, we see that it's just as good looking as the front. The anodized aluminum really looks good on all sides of this thing. It's got 2 FireWire and 2 USB ports. And only one cord goes to the screen that powers it and yet connects it. And the touch sensitive controls are actually awesome. You just tap your finger on the plus or on the minus and the screen will actually dim, and there's the power button. I love the side bezel on this Apple monitor because it really shows some of the nostalgia on the older products. The bezel is just beautiful and smooth all the way around, and the finish really comes clean. And to tell you the truth, I've never seen a screen that moved so effortlessly. And this is the cinema display box. This is basically where all your wires plug in. It kind of helps keep wires to their own. One thing I really wanted to brush up on here is to show people that on Apple sites, they list the response rate as a black and white response at 14 ms. Typically, black and white response rates will be much higher. So Apple's actually being honest. If we go to newegg.com and check out some of the other monitors, we see 4 ms, 6 ms, and so on. But that's a G to G or gray to gray response time, which is typically very low. So Apple's at least being very, very honest with their response time. Now here's a BenQ down here, and look at this. They list 14 ms and they're gray to gray. So basically, the Apple display is no worse than any of the other displays. You won't experience any ghosting or anything like that. Movies on the cinema display is something like you've never seen before. And this is Prey running at 1920 by 1200, and widescreen gaming could not get any better. One thing to remember, when you go to a larger screen, you'll likely be running higher resolutions, so you need to make sure you have a machine that can handle it. And with most games, you can hack into the config file and really stretch it out to fit the screen size. But some games, like Lord of the Rings, you can't do that. So fuck EA games. And pictures on the Apple Cinema display have never looked better. I was amazed at the quality of my shots. Every picture was a new picture to me. And text is nice, crisp, and clean on the cinema display. You'll have no problem reading anything. And those are my games. You know, it was a close call between the Samsung 24-inch display. I really loved the extra inch you gain and some of the analog connections that you can plug your consoles to in the back. But I could do without this stupid portrait mode. I would never use this. But you know what? I'm glad I spent $150 more on the Apple screen, because the material is so much better. I mean, wouldn't you rather have aluminum than plastic? I mean, I certainly would. And I really love how the screen really matches the Mac I have right now. Basically, the resale value, touch-sensitive controls, screen quality, and FireWire and USB ports in the back really helped my purchase. And this concludes my review.